They're going to skip right over this. Only serial killers do intros. Welcome to Freeman's Table. Now, you want a hook in the intro. I'll hook your balls. Now, welcome to the backside of my ball. Good Lord. Should not have taken 4 days. Welcome back to Freeman's Table, a show with silly games, sillier people, and of course me, your host and number one irritant, Matt Freeman. Today we have Brian Aldridge going toe-to-toe with Clark Brooks in the first episode of the Freeman's Table Games. Yeah, we're here together. Mr. Brian Aldridge is a comedian who's appeared on Comedy Central and Fox, headlines all over the country. He's opened for tons of big-time comics like Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr. And his success has recently planted his behind in a brand new purple bed.
I'm most proud of that, to be honest.
Dude got a new bed.
Yeah.
He was also part of a live game show I hosted at a comedy club that featured me and 6 comics packed tight on a tiny stage doing the opposite of social distancing. So you know it was quite a while ago. Brian, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Brian's opponent, the venerable Clark Brooks, is also a comedian, an author, and he's the senior supreme premium content editor of the Tampa News Force publication. Clark is now working on his second book, available at the beginning of next year, if there still is a next year after this one. And you might recognize him as my guest on the most recent episode of Freeman's Table. Very glad to have him back on the show. Clark, say hello.
What do you mean by venerable?
You want me to look
Is
it
that
up?
a pseudonym for old?
No, you have a great veneer.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
I believe that's...
Hi, everybody.
I don't know the meaning of things. I'm barely going to get through the word part of this. So, gentlemen, we'll get to the games in 2 shakes of a baby, but first...
Wow.
But first, I would like to be entertained. Brian, do you have anything of note on your mind to make merry me and the audience today?
Well, the bed. We talked about the bed. That's
boring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it came in a box, and that was exciting, and I had to put it together. So,
is it the kind that's flattened out? They take all the air out of it, and you got to let it poof out again?
Yeah.
Oh,
and the fact that is the most exciting thing that has happened to me in the past 5 months says something about what's going on.
It's wild, right? And that is of note. Did you? It's like watching paint dry. Did you sit there and stare at it like, look at it grow?
Hours. I watched it. I watched it like grow for like 1 full hour.
Don't tell me you did a time lapse video.
Missed opportunity. But no, I watched it.
I wish we could have been there. Clark, how about you? Anything interesting to tickle our testes before we start?
Well, I don't know how tickling it is. I just want to say this is going to be a tougher opponent for me to go up against and talk trash to, because I recently witnessed Brian, without going into detail, step into a very adverse situation on stage and handle it remarkably gracefully, and earned a whole new level of respect from me. Whereas my original opponent, Ron
Hortman, yeah.
he's just little, so that would have been easy.
So you had just
and
this...
Brian's a larger fellow, so
Yep.
I'm a little reluctant to talk a lot of trash. Whereas Ron, you just put your hand on his forehead and you keep him away for the rest of the day. So
swinging at you and not being able to hit you like a little brother.
Right, exactly.
He was.
But I'm still looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
Brian at that game show was with Ron Hortman too. Were you guys on the same team or separate?
We're teammates.
Right on.
Or no, we were on different teams.
Yeah, I think you were, because I think it was Miller and some other people. I don't remember things again. Well, shall we play this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So you each have something to write on and write with?
I do.
Yep.
Came prepared.
Cool. All right. There'll be 3 main rounds and a bonus round before the final round. Each round starts with a game I call Any Word'll Do. One player will look for a word going forward. The other has to find theirs going back to front. If they have a word that's not in the dictionary, but they can convince me to allow it, well, any word will do. Each letter in the word is worth 2 points. If you don't get a word in edgewise, no points. Each player also starts with 1 switcheroo.
for the whole game that can be used in the first 10 seconds of the allotted 20 seconds that you'll have to come up with your word, where you can move a letter on the board to your advantage and or your opponent's disadvantage. Got all that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Matt, what is the judge's ruling on racial and sexist slurs?
I have a mute button here, and I'll use it on you right now.
Okay.
No, it literally is about, it's not the dictionary, it's the Matt dictionary.
What about
Okay,
the
good.
Urban Dictionary? Does the Urban Dictionary count?
You remember
Yeah.
the Dave Chappelle bit where he's in court and he says, fee, fi, fo, fifth,
Mm-hmm.
for pleading the fifth? If you see the word FIF and you can back it up with fee, fi, fo, fifth, I'll probably let that go.
All right.
But if you see the word teeth, but it's TEAF, it's got to be two E's.
Okay.
You see,
That's fair.
I'm feeling it now.
Okay. All right. So each of you starts with that switcheroo. It's only one in the bonus round. Whoever wins that, you get a second another switcheroo, whoever wins that. So all 3 rounds end with fire and dice, a game in which I fire dice. So that's why it's called that. Bigger total gets 5 points. Double number gets a bonus trivia question. Get it right, get 5 more points. Get it wrong, opponent gets a shot at 3 points. Points, all around points. Let's do it. We'll start with a roll of the dice. Higher number goes forward in rounds 1 and 3. If you tie,
False.
huh? What?
Oh, sorry.
You say
What
balls
did
or
you say?
false?
He's on
said
false.
false.
I'll go true then. If he's got false, I'll take true.
You're both fired.
Oh,
I mean, you're rehired because there's a lot of game left. If you tie, we roll again. Clark, do you want to roll 1 die multiplied by 2 or 2 dice using the higher number?
ooh, strategy off the bat. Let's do 2 die.
Okay, I'm rolling 2 die. You got 2 4s.
Hey.
So your number is 4 currently. Mr. Aldridge, do you want me to roll 1 die or 2? 1 die multiplied or the higher?
I gotta, listen. If I do the 2 dice, my only options of winning are 5 and 6.
Correct.
If I come with the multiply, now what 2 ties me, a 3, 4, 5, and 6 wins for me.
I did not intend to do math, so I'm glad you're doing
so
it.
I'm gonna go with the double. Double what's on the die.
Double it. Oh, so roll 1.
Yeah, roll 1 and double it.
Here we go. Oh, you tied. You got a 2.
Yeah.
Damn it, we got to do it again.
I see why this game is so popular already.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. It's really easy for me. I don't know if you guys know the links I went to. I've got things here that I put padding in so it doesn't sound too crazy.
Yeah.
Hear that?
Wow.
Is that Studley? Studley, is that
And
a
there's
thing?
no way to prove that you're lying about that.
I'll send you a text picture.
All right.
No, I won't. I'll send you my bulls. Let's do it again. Who? Clark, 1 or 2?
I'll stick with the same strategy. I'll go with 2 die.
2 die it is. A 5 and a 1, so you get a 5. Aldridge.
Cool.
I'm gonna stick with my strategy as well.
5 going up against 6. So Brian Aldridge starts going forward in round 1.
Woohoo!
Yep. And now, Clark, you get to pick. You're going to choose yours going back to front, but you get to pick how many vowels there be. Do you want to do 4, 5, or 6 vowels?
Whoa.
4 vowels.
4 vowels it is. So I'm going to take quattro. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 consonants. 2,
Okay.
4, 6. Mixy mix. We're going to put those out right here. Here we go. And in this order is going to be, the first letter is G. The next letter is W. Next is E. And T. And A. And I. O, K, J,
Mm.
and F.
Mm.
All right. Okay, so forward, that's GWETAIOKJF. The other direction is FJKOIATEWG. And your time starts now.
Do I just yell the word when I got it?
At the end, you have this amount, you have 20 seconds to figure it out. Boom. Oh, my dryer's done. Let's see, Brian, how many letters in the word you've got?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 letters in your word. Clark, how many letters in your word?
4.
What's your word?
Joke.
Joke. Unfortunately, they're not in the right order.
Whoa.
Oh, I see what you were supposed to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it now.
See, that's why I tried to make that image work. But the beauty of this game one is to figure out how this puppy works. Let's see if Homeboy got it right. What do you have, Brian?
My word is weak.
Wink.
Weak.
Oh, WEAK. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's a weak word.
Yeah.
All right. So congratulations to Brian for the round one. Any word will do, 8 points. Now I'm going to roll for you 2 dice for the winner and 1 dice for the loser.
I prefer runner-up.
Okay, runner-up. Yeah, that's a little bit more. Or well, since you didn't win, Brian, what would you prefer that I call him?
Runner up. I do like runner up because then if it comes back to me losing, I would also like to be called the runner up.
Weak.
Yeah, I participated.
All right, a winner and runner up. Winner. I'm going to roll the 2 dice. If you roll a double number, if you get a double number, you get the points, the 5 points, plus a bonus trivia question that will also be worth 5 points. If you don't get the answer right, Clark will get a shot at 3 points. Here goes a double. Oh, you got a 5 and a 2. All right, so that's 7 points. Now let's see what Clark gets. Oh, we got 5 points. So that's 7 points for Brian. No, 5 points because it's 5 points for winning. All right. And right now the total is 13 points for Brian, and Clark, you have a huge 0 points, but it is going to be time for round 2 in which you will be going forward.
Got it.
Clark, we'll take a break to talk about you being from Detroit and you recently befriended a stray cat. What else is there to know about you?
Well, it's not Detroit. I'm closer to Chicago, but I am from Michigan, so everybody makes that same assumption. That's fine.
Oh, and Homeboy's from Chicago.
Yeah, we hate Detroit. But what else is new with me? I mean, we're all going through the same horrendous circumstances, so everybody's story is kind of the same, I guess. Trying not to go crazy, sitting around the house all day long.
Mm-hmm. What's the thing that keeps you the most busy?
Writing. Ton of writing.
Oh, smart.
Can't do jokes as much anymore, but
but you're writing the
outlets,
book.
So yeah, writing the book, writing stories for the hilarious Tampa News Force, which I recommend to everybody.
Yeah, TampaNewsForce.com.
Yeah.
Brian, you're not from Detroit either.
I'm from Chicago. My wife grew up in a tiny Michigan town. Maybe Clark would know it. It's called Williamston, Michigan. It's about halfway between Lansing and Detroit.
Other side of the state, but no, I have not heard of it.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of little towns I haven't heard of.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Clark, why don't you know every little town in Michigan?
I've lived in Tampa longer than I lived in Michigan, so I consider myself retro native status as a Floridian.
Nice.
So
yeah. That's the answer.
This is where I logged most of my service time, is in the Great Sunshine
When he
State.
lived in Michigan, there wasn't even an I-196.
Yeah, that's right.
I was thinking of leaving the country earlier in the year, maybe moving to Spain or something like that.
Oh, you missed your chance.
I did. I was looking seriously, right when it was, we were finding out no travel's happening. And I thought, oh, as soon as it's lifted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like in 6 weeks or so.
Yes, exactly. I was like, I can start.
I was like, man, we're going to be stuck inside till like the middle of May. This is gonna suck.
And in that search, when I was looking on Google on the maps, I learned of the bit of Canada that is right there, like across a bridge.
Oh, sure. Windsor, Canada.
That's what it is.
Right across. Yep. I used to go there because it's basically Las Vegas for 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's gambling casinos. You could drink. Yeah. We used to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the top 10, I think, spots if you're going north of the border that they recommended for, interesting. All right, let's do another, let's move on to round 2.
All right.
With another any word will do. Runner up, you're going forward this time. And Brian, do you want 4, 5, or 6 vowels?
4.
4 vowels. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. 2, 4, 6, mixy mix. And we are going to lay these out. The first letter is P. Then U.
All right.
We're all 5. and another U. P-U-U. P-U-U-W. That's hilarious. I. This is not going to be fun to try to figure out. S.
S is in Sam?
Yeah, S is in Sam. R as in rigor mortis. T, O, and finally R again. Remember, you each have one switcheroo.
I'm going to use the switcheroo right now.
Oh, okay. Even before we got started, that's not bad. Go ahead.
I'm going to switch going forward the second and third letter.
U and W?
No.
Going forward, numbers. The U and the U? You are hilarious.
I'm going to see it. Let's see if it worked.
I did it. It is exactly like when you started, sir.
Okay.
Now you are the runner-up. Do you really want that to be your
Yeah, man.
That's gone. You don't know. You don't respect the value of a real switcheroo, sir. All right, your time begins now. Boom. Sweet. Time's up. Brian, how many letters in your word?
Just a 3. Just plain small ball. Yeah.
3. Clark, how many in yours?
4.
4 in yours. Brian, what's yours?
Rot. R-O-T.
R-O-T. Mr. Clark.
Purr. P-U-R-R.
No, it's actually spelled P-E-R.
No. I won't have your anti-cat bias. Well,
hold on. I want to know if my strategy worked. Which U did he use?
Oh, this is a good question. Because
I worked the swapped U. Thanks for doing that.
It backfired.
Yep. So maybe change your strategy next time around. So that's going to be 8 points for Clark Brooks, trying to get back in the game. So now, Clark, we're going to roll 2 dice for you in the second round's Fire and Dice. Oh, you got a 5 and a 4. So he's rocking 9 points, going up against 2 dice. A 5. So he gets the 5 points as well. All right. You guys, after 2 rounds, are freaking tied.
That's such a testament to your bracket making ability.
Thank you.
You put such a good matchup together.
Yeah. By the chance of Ron not being on the show.
Yeah.
because Ron bowed out. Everything's working out. All right, so now we've just completed that after those 2 rounds. And let's see who's a bogus clown with trivia in the bonus round.
Whoa.
I give you the topic. You tell me if fact A, B, or C is not correct. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
The topic is boners. Because again, I'm 5. So, fact A, babies can get one in the womb. B, longer penises make bigger erections. C, penis heads are helmet shaped to spoon out sperm.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the topic was boners, and you heard the facts. Would you like them repeated, or do you have your
For the
answers?
A,
No.
for A, is it just
Babies can get
Is it
one in the
babies who-
womb.
who some scientists may say are male? Like, or is it just all babies get them in the womb?
Oh no! If a baby has a weenus,
Okay.
it can get an erection in the womb.
Okay.
You guys ready with your answers?
One more quick question.
Yep.
Yes.
Serious. Of those 3 choices, which one did you make up?
Oh, that will be revealed after you tell me. He almost got me. I was going to go, well, obviously this one. All right. So if you get it right, you get the points.
Okay.
Clark, which do you think is false?
I'm hoping it's A. I wish all of them were false, but A is the least horrible.
Brian, which do you think
I'm
is
not
false?
buying the helmet.
You're not buying the helmet.
No.
You know what I love? You both got it wrong.
Yes.
You both here. You know what you both get?
Well, that's a relief, actually.
Negative.
All right. So the answer is B is incorrect. Shorter penises increase size by 86%. Longer penises only grow about 47%. For A, babies can get one in the womb, which means I don't think you're feeling the baby kick. For C, wildly, and I don't know how this is possible and at what point in history these scientists did this, but they speculate the head of a human penis evolved into a mushroom shape in order to scoop rival males' sperm out of the vagina. I would
Which
say,
kind of defeats the purpose of putting the penis in the vagina in the first place.
right?
It?
Like, what's this? I would say that's absurd, but I've met men.
Well, yeah, there you go.
So, and scientists. So that's 0 points for Clark in the bonus round and 0 points for Brian. I like laughing my ass off.
Not much of a bonus then.
I'm sorry to let you guys down. You know what? You guys want another crack at another one?
Yeah.
All right. How will we do this? Is the Siberian? Oh no, here you go. Which is longer, the Trans-Siberian Railway or the Great Wall of China?
Just shout it out.
I think it's the railway.
You think it's
And I
the
think
railway,
It's the Great Wall.
and you think it's the Great Wall. It is the Trans-Siberian.
Oh, well,
It's
at least
longer.
that was decisive.
Yeah. You like that
It
one?
used to just be the Siberian Railway.
It did. And then it switched. And then they chopped off. Clark.
Don't try to tell that choo-choo how to identify.
Clark, is the Trans-Siberian 6,000 under or over 6,000 miles long?
I'm going to say over.
Over. You think the Trans-Siberian is over? No, you get no points either. So I'm going to give Brian his 5 bonus points. And we're going to, in fact, since we did it differently, it was just a bonus. I'm going to give him 3 points because I control everything. All right. So
That's very arbitrary of you.
isn't it? It's great. Well, so is adding a little bonus thingy thing. All right. So here we go. So now Brian is up 16-13 after 2 rounds and a bonus. We are headed into the 3rd round. And we'll start with any word will do again. And in this one, Brian, you're going forward.
Okay.
And Senior Clark is going backwards. And Clark, you get to pick 4, 5, or 6 vowelages.
Let's do 5 vowelages.
Ooh, getting crazy now.
Yeah.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these hoes. Oh, shoot. Mixy, mixy, mix. And here we go. Letter number 1 is R. C. Cola. U. R, C, U, E. A. A. No, just from A to V. N. And an E. A D. And another E. So going forward, R, C, U, E, A. V, N, E, D, E. Going the other way, it's E, D, E, N. V, A, E, U, C, R. And your time begins now. All right, time's up. Who was the? Let's see, Brian. What's your word? Or I mean, how many in your word?
I have 5.
Oh, he's got a 5er. What's how many you got there, Clark?
I got 4.
You got a 4. And what is your 4-letter word?
Ever.
Ever. E-V-E-R. All right, and what is your 5-letter word?
Caved.
Caved. C-A-V-E-D. Very nice. That gives you 10 puntos.
Woo!
Woo! So you are now up, after that, 26-13. The game might be out of reach, but we're going to roll the dice and see what happens. All right, we're moving on to, instead of it be, in the third round, it's not called Fire and Dice. We close with Roll the Diocese. Because if you got any hope, you gonna need the Pope. All right, so 2 dice are being rolled for Brian. He gets a 6 and a 3.
Ooh.
That's for 9 points. Now, Clark could really use a higher number and a double. Boom.
So 2 6s, please.
Yeah,
Boxcar.
he got a 5 and a 6 for an 11.
Yo, 11.
So 11. So that means he gets 5 points there. And that brings the total to 26 for Brian and 18 for Clark.
That's not enough.
Nope.
The other one is more.
You were going to.
Yeah, he's got more.
You were going to
I have
need
less.
more. Do you have more on you? Do you have them in your
that's all I
pocket?
got.
Nothing in the fridge that looks like points?
Nope.
Bring
Give him
out?
a chance at 10 points. You're thinking of a number 1 to 2009.
I've got I've got one more trivia question. If
Oh, okay, we're rolling.
you want to roll, you want to do a trivia question
Sure.
for the hell of it? A little bonus action here. All right.
Let's make it juicy.
The most densely populated island in the world is off the coast of which country? Clark, we'll give you
Densely populated.
It's the most densely populated island, and it's off the coast of which country?
I'm going to say Africa, only because it's the biggest continent.
We're looking for a country.
You said, what's the biggest island? What the island is off the biggest? Oh, it's off the coast of what country?
Uh-huh.
Africa. Yeah, the country of Africa.
And Mr. Brian.
I'm gonna go Asia.
Good God.
The country of Asia.
He gets
Yes.
a continent. I get a continent.
Those are 2 viable answers.
Stop
Matt.
doing consonants, guys. The answer is the country of Colombia.
That's South America.
Oh,
right?
Mm-hmm. Not
the
even
country of South America.
not even the right consonant, guys. The island is called Santa Cruz del Islote, which sounds like elote, which is corn. In 2016,
Elote people.
yeah, in 2016, a population census determined that 485 people inhabited the man-made island. It's the size of about a soccer field. 63%.
Wait, it's a man-made island? It's
Yep.
not even a real island?
It's on what you call it? What's that stuff that's dying? Coral reef.
Mm.
This is invalid. It's a man-made island. It's not a real island.
It's inhabited with 63% under the age of 21, and there are only 6 surnames and 90.
There's another island that has a very similar age demographics.
Oh, don't say it. Epstein Island. Wow. Well done, sir. And there's 97 houses on the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
They have 2.
How many people?
There's about a little under 600 or under 500.
So approximately 5 per household?
Yep. 4 streets.
Hmm.
Packed together. Everything's on top of each other. The only electricity there is provided by 2 solar panel units that were donated by China, I think. Maybe Japan, but those 2 things are the same.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
They're both continents, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of vowels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, what'd you think of the game? You got any pointers for me? What do you think? What do you think of the new format?
I think if the trivia question, if they're going to try to win, they should get it correct.
Oh,
Players, like future players. Yeah. Like we seemed to get them wrong a lot.
Yeah.
And so if
So
the people are going to,
so you don't have suggestions for the game. You have suggestions for future
for
players.
the upcoming players. Yeah. To try
Gotcha.
and get the questions correct.
That could be you again. I did enjoy having both of you on, so we can do this as many times as you want. We can hang up and do another episode in 7 minutes.
I didn't care for the parts where I didn't do very well.
Yeah. I was sensing that from this end even.
I could feel it too. But, sadness is not, it doesn't sell as much as us being happy. So I'm just ignoring.
True.
I'm ignoring that. So thank you, gentlemen, both for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
That's my pleasure.
It was my pleasure to do all the work and then let you guys get all the glory. Folks, you can find Brian at aldridgecomedy.com and Clark at clarkbrooks.com. Links will be in the show's notes. That's thanks again to both of you. Hope to have you guys on again. Listeners, for all info and more links, visit freemanstable.com. That's the show. Thanks so much for listening. See you next time for more Freeman's Table Games. Oye, más chips.